Okay, so this video is for the guys. This is for the fellas. And I got a question for you guys who are out here dating or you're in relationships and you're not happy. You're not happy. You're not appreciated. You are dealing with a bunch of drama. You are being screamed at and called out of your name. You're being slapped or hit or having things thrown at you. You are not having as much sex as you want. You are dealing with attitude. You're just not happy. And I just got one question for you. Bro, why do you stay? Why are you afraid to leave her alone? That's my question. Because here's the truth of the matter. There are some women that you need to leave alone. And I mean all the way alone. All the way alone. You need to leave her alone. And I'm going to be frank. The longer that you allow her to disrespect you, to scream, to yell, to break things, throw things, to threaten you, all of it, the longer that you allow this to go on, the worse it's going to get. Like, it's not going to get better. And might I add that this woman doesn't respect you. So anytime that a woman cheats on you, or calls you out of your name, or embarrasses you in front of people, anytime a woman slaps you unprovoked, or just does something crazy, okay? Just acts up and does something crazy, or says, your behavior is triggering me, or your behavior is making me angry, and you don't leave her alone, her respect for you is gone. It's going out the window. I'm going to be honest. We women, dare I say it, we like to shit test guys, right? Guys do it too. We all do it. It is a human trait that we want to know who we're dealing with. We want to see what this person is really all about. But people do it. Even good people. You might hear someone on another channel say, well, no, if the person is good and healthy and upstanding and this and that, it is the nature of people. It is how we're made. It's human nature. We want to see who we're dealing with. We want to see what that person's really about. We want to see where the line is and can we cross it. Think about it this way. We've been doing this since we were kids. We're testing people. And we're checking to see if you're serious or not or what. And so, fellas, you may have to leave her all the way alone. Like, all the way alone. And I'm talking, don't call, don't text, don't check in, don't do anything. And then, if she comes back around and she wants to know what's going on, she wants to talk, that is your time to set your standard. So it's just like I tell my ladies, men, it's the same. You've got to set your standard. What is your standard? What will you accept? What will you reject? And what will you tolerate? And here's the thing, I don't encourage you to tolerate much, because if we are tolerating something, we're going to grow resentful eventually. So I encourage people, you can either accept it or you can reject it. I don't live in the land of tolerating much, because I know eventually it's just gonna make me feel some kind of way. Guys, you've got to determine what are the behaviors that you will accept and what are the behaviors you will reject. And you've got to walk away. You've got to leave them alone. I don't understand it. I do not understand it. And I tell my lovely ladies the same thing. I'm clueless as to why they get into these situations or these relationships with people that are ridiculous, that are not up to their standard. And they continue to tolerate it, right? They are tolerating it. Because when I say, is this acceptable? Well, no. Well, then are you ready to reject? Well, no. So you're living in the land of tolerating. No. You got to live in the land of either you're going to accept it, and dare I say it, if you're going to accept it, shut up about it. Like, shut up about it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want you to whine and complain about it. I'm over it. Do not whine or complain about it. If you're going to accept it, then okay, it is what it is. Or you're going to reject it. And that means you're going to take a strong stance, which is you're going to leave her all the way alone. Okay? If you're worried about sex, if you're worried about your feelings or whatever it is that's keeping you there, like, you've got to respect yourself. You've got to love yourself enough not to put up with the nonsense, not to keep going through the same thing over and over. You've got to put your foot down. You're going to get better results if you do this. And dare I say it, we're going to respect you. We're actually going to respect you when you grow a set. And I don't understand it. I don't understand why, as a guy, that you're putting up with all of this foolishness. And this is not about a red pill, MGTOW, I don't subscribe to any of that. I subscribe to men and women loving themselves first, respecting and honoring themselves first, getting their stuff together. Get your stuff together, heal and grow, get help professionally if you need it, and then engage men and women from a healthy place, from a healthy, loving, kind place. So your intention is to have a healthy, happy, 85%, positive relationship. That is what I tell folks, that when you're in an exclusive and committed relationship, you should feel good and positive and loving 85% of the time. Okay? Not 50, not 60, maybe 70 in the beginning. And that's only because in the beginning, once you pass the honeymoon stage, you're still kind of getting to know this person. So I say 70. That leaves about 30% of awkwardness and I don't know you and, nonsense, right? And that's I'm trying to, lay the foundation, let you know what my standards are, kind of teach you about me. Okay. So 70% in the beginning. But once you've been together longer than a year, 85%. 85% of the time, you should feel good with this person. And if you do not, then I guess you're living in the land of tolerating. But for me, I must reject. When my 85% starts to go down, when I'm spending more time than not, just not feeling good, feeling annoyed, feeling frustrated, feeling lonely, feeling, like I'm underappreciated, right? Feeling just not good, then that's when I know it's time to make a decision, because this doesn't feel good. And yes, you can communicate that. I want to encourage you to communicate with words what your standards are, your terms and conditions of the relationship, what you would like to receive, and what you can give. You do that one time, and then if there is still a problem, if there are still issues, if there are still these little acting out and yelling and screaming and cursing and slapping, and you need to leave her alone. You need to leave her all the way alone. That's it. And you need to express, this doesn't work for me. This is not something I'm going to tolerate or accept. And so perhaps I'm not the man for you, or you're not the woman for me, however you want to say it. But I just want to understand why some men are afraid to leave a woman all the way alone. And I'm talking, don't sleep with her, don't call her, don't text her, or if she calls or texts you, don't respond. Like, I'm good. I want to believe there are other women out here. I believe there are other great women out here, women who might be a better fit for you. But I am still trying to understand why men are putting up with some of the foolishness that they're putting up with. There are some toxic women out here. I'll be the first to admit it. And, let me say this. I am downright embarrassed by where our female culture has gone in 2020. It is utterly embarrassing. Utterly embarrassing. And so when I hear some of the MGTOW guys and the red pill guys and, some of the guys talking about, the women and how, trashy they are and low class, and they're talking about female nature and all of that, it is beyond sad to me. It is beyond sad because we didn't come from this. This is not who we really are. But I want you to know there are a lot of women out there, women like myself, feminine energy women, healthy feminine energy women, and women who are respectable, women who honor themselves and their bodies, women who honor the men that they're with and respect the men that they're with and appreciate the men that they're with. There are women out there that are a piece to a man, that are a soft place to fall, dare I say. And so I'm going to encourage that you get one of them. Now, here's what I will tell you. In order for you to be with a feminine energy woman, you've got to be a masculine energy man. You have got to be ready to lead. You've got to be ready to pursue. You've got to be ready to stand up and become the best man that you can be. Because that is all that a feminine energy woman knows how to be with. Like, she cannot be with a man who is unclear or unsure about where he's going or what he's doing or what's happening. No. You must be consistent, strong emotionally, and mature. You must be honorable. You must be decisive. So if you want one of these women, one of these feminine energy women, respectable, kind, modest, okay, and peaceful, peace-loving, you have got to bring your 1000% masculine energy man game. That's how you're going to get a feminine energy woman. And in order for you to do that, you've got to maintain your masculine frame. You've got to, as soon as a woman exhibits behavior that is unacceptable and intolerable, you have got to cut it off. You've got to cut it off at the knees. You've got to let her know in no uncertain terms that you will not be treated in this way. That is what a healthy masculine man does. He knows what his standards are, and he asks the woman that he's with to rise to those standards. And she's going to do the same. So trust me, guys, there are some wonderful women out here, some amazing women who would like nothing more than to make your life heaven on earth. But you must come correct and remain in your masculine frame. But my advice to you, if you are with one of these Jezebel spirits, one of these Sapphires, one of these loudmouth Lindas, one of these, WAP women, that you walk away and leave her all the way alone. No. You're better than that, King. You are better than that. And you deserve a quality woman, a woman who honors herself and honors you and respects you. So, I want you to assess the dating situation that you're in or the relationship that you're in. And I want you to ask yourself, 85% of the time, do I feel good with this person? Am I happy? Is she respectful? And you know what I mean by respectful, because women have a lot of ways to be disrespectful. I learned that from some of my male mentors. We have a lot of ways that we don't think are disrespectful, but they are. And so one of the things that I do is I teach women to come back to their feminine side. I teach women how to prepare to be a healthy feminine for a masculine energy man and for herself. So whether there's a man involved or not, I want a woman to become a healthy feminine for herself, for her life, to lower her stress and to be relaxed and calm and to feel good. So if you want one of those, you are going to have to do your due diligence, and you're going to have to get rid of the toxic woman that you have now. So guys, do not be afraid to leave her alone. Do not be afraid to walk away. There are lots of other wonderful women out here, a better fit for you, but you'll never know that if you continue to engage with the toxic woman that you have. I hope this was helpful, and as always, stay open to love.